Welcome viewers to my channel Real Earth Rocks. I'm Chris, and today's feature may contain themes that some viewers may find offensive. Today I want to talk about what is the study of the flat earth, and this is just from my own personal perspective. I've always had a bit of an interest in everything, I suppose, and I found YouTube in 2011, trying to think what year it was, around about 2014, 2015, when I found some discussion about flat earth and watched many videos, and then did some experiments and read some books and started a journey which has been exceptionally interesting, to be honest with you. So to me, the study of flat earth is really an interest in what's going on in the world and the confidence to speak from direct experience. Flat earthers mostly agree that we don't necessarily know what the earth is. Some are more confident than others that they're convinced of what the earth is. Most of us agree that it isn't a spinning globe and it was most likely created by an intelligent designer, or that experiments can be carried out that are observable, verifiable and repeatable, and that we observe the earth to be a stationary plane, that all water at rest remains level and flat. Now, in the building world, they've always used water as their leveller. This is called a spirit level. Used in the old days, used today to confirm that you have a flat surface. The compass, something that logically really could not work on a globe, as it needs to be sitting flat in order to tell you where it is north, south, east and west. People interested in the flat earth ask questions. It seems very unfortunate in our current society that anybody asking questions or having an opinion that differs from the mainstream is subject to insults and accusations. This is unfortunate when one considers that the freedom of speech, which was promoted by the Greek philosophers of old, who esteemed freedom of thought, new ideas, innovation. People that ask questions were considered the most intelligent and brilliant of humans. You can't really learn anything unless you're prepared to look at something from a bit of a different point of view. Studying of the flat earth, it's very good to have an interest in history, astronomy, geology, geography, science. Most likely you are in pursuit of truth. And on your journey you will find many very interesting variations on a theme. So the globe believers think they are living on a spinning globe. People researching the flat earth are fairly convinced that they are on solid, stationary, flat ground. I think it's very important to be able to think outside the box. And a couple of the proofs that the earth is not a spinning globe is the actual heliocentric model itself, which says that the planets Mercury and Venus are closer to the Sun than the Earth. Now, if this were true and they rotated around the Sun, then the only time that Earth would be able to see Mercury and Venus would be during the day, and of course we can't see stars or planets during the day. Think about this logically. The night sky reveals Mars, Jupiter and Saturn and the other planets. Mercury and Venus should be, by rights, invisible, and yet we can see them in the night sky, which means that the heliocentric model is incorrect. And this was first presented by the Flat Earth channel, The Morgile. The second issue at hand is that flowers, or some flowers and some plants, follow the sun. Sunflowers, particularly tomato plants, they move in the direction of the sun from east to west. And as per the video here, you can see that the trees are not doing this. Not all plants move in the direction following the sun, which proves that it is not the earth itself that is moving, but rather the sun above. And this was first presented, to me at least, by the Flat Earth channel J. Dumphy. A couple of things that prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that the Earth is not a spinning globe. Huygens' theory or assumption on the distance to the Sun based on his assumption of the size of Venus, which is still maintained today, although that has never been proven for the last 400 years. Inertia, the Coriolis effect, centrifugal force really don't go well together on a spinning globe. Newton's law of motion determines that the Earth is an inertial frame of reference. This means that the atmosphere spins along with the spinning of the Earth. Foucault's pendulum suggests that hanging a weight from a height will display the spin of the Earth over a period of time. That is in direct opposition to the fact that it has been determined by mainstream science that the Earth is an inertial frame of reference. The atmosphere does not move separately to the Earth. Very interesting that the maps have been changed over the last 500 years. This is a map from 500 years ago where the North Pole was pictured with 4 different islands with rivers running through, as has been discussed in some of the old literature. It has now been determined that there's nothing there but ice or water, and of course civilians are not permitted to go beyond a certain spot, both on the North and the South Poles of Earth. It is stated officially that travel over the North Pole is restricted due to the freezing conditions. Restrictions in the South Pole are for similar reasons, and also because of the implementation of the treaty, which was enacted in the 50s, late 50s, and ensures that Antarctica is kept in pristine condition and no military activity or mining of any description goes on there. You may observe also on Earth that the horizon is level and flat. So thank you for watching. I think at the end of the day I'm one of those people that was always a little bit skeptical about what I was taught, and I like to understand, so I like to investigate. And that's what being a flat earther is all about for me. Well, thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed the presentation, and I'll catch you next time.